YouTube, what is up, folks? We are here this morning with the GTR, and yeah, it's live. It's done. It's done. Nah, it's not done, but it's running, so that's lit. But it's not quite running right. Wow, GTR. Let me know in the comments, because everybody's like, oh, it's no longer a GTR. It's Nissan with a V8 in it. What? Wait a minute. And then someone who was like, it's just a Skyline with a V8 in it, but Skylines, there's GTST, GT4s, GTTs, GTRs, and the GTR chassis is completely not. So it's similar to, I think, the GTS4, but it's not the same to any other chassis. So how is it? I don't know. Make it make sense. What do you think? Is it still a GTR, or is it a Skyline with a V8 in it? And if it was a GTR with a 1JZ or 2J in it, which is an inline turbo inline 6 as the RB26, then it would be a GTR. Like, I don't know. It's like people can't make it make sense to me. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I was gonna put a rotary in here. Then what would it be? A freaking Mazda? I don't get it. Let me know. I like it. It's in there. It has a lot of tidying up, little stuff to be done. But let's start this thing up. I know that's what y'all want to hear. Y'all want to hear this thing run. Let's see. Yes. 4 panels are still kind of. I was doing the throttle. So let's switch it on. See if we got some fuel pressure. Yes, we have the Holly Terminator here. Let's see if it busts off. Oh, snap. Okay. And that's the thing. I said it's running, but it's not quite running right. So let's get it to start. So you heard it, it starts, it runs, but it does not sound like, it doesn't sound like how it's supposed to sound. It's not firing. I know the wiring harness is good. It's a brand new wire harness from Holly. Spark plugs are good because they're brand new spark plugs. The injectors were sitting for a while. It's a LS1 manifold with EV1 injectors, stock original injectors. And that manifold, I know for a fact, has set for a while. I know some of those injectors weren't running properly. I took them off, cleaned them, put them back on, and it's better, but still pretty crappy. So I'm gonna pull all those injectors and swap them out. All right, and just like that, in a few minutes, we have all 8 injectors out. Like I said, they are not hitting on anything at all. It sounded pretty bad. You heard it run. Rewind and listen again. It sounds like it might be 3.5 cylinders. I don't know. If I'm lucky, 4-ish. So yeah, injectors getting swapped out ASAP. All right, so in here we have the Trans Am. It's going to be a really dope project, really dope build. But yeah, this thing is sweet. It has the Ram hood on it. Looks sweet. You know, a little body work, but that ain't nothing but paint, right? So nothing crazy on the body work. But it's just your standard run-of-the-mill LS1. Needs to be cleaned up, but picked it up, wasn't running, so got it running. It actually sounds pretty dang on good too. Let's hear it. So that's how a V8 is supposed to sound. Nice, clean rumble tone. I gotta watch this thing. It is dirty, but she's all there. Be fun. Let's switch this thing off and pull the injectors, because I'm gonna order another set, because I think we're gonna need a little more fuel in the direction we're going. And here we have the injectors from the Trans Am. Let's get them on the car. Got some of the injectors swapped over, and we're having issues. And the issues being, here are my spark plugs. There's smoke. And this one, which is not smoked. So we're not getting fuel there. Reason being, This is actually one of the old injectors. I said my luck can't be that bad. Let me use one of the injectors that possibly good, and yeah, I guess my luck's that bad. So I'm gonna swap this injector out and then clean all these spark plugs, throw them back in, see what we can make happen. I got all the injectors, spark plugs back in, coil packs back on here. I know it looks a hot mess. A lot of stuff's getting worked out, but I was having issues because it wasn't running right. Y'all heard it in the video, it sounded like a dang on busted up Ford Explorer with, you know, running on 3 cylinders. It sounded pretty bad. I ain't like it. So that's gonna get the vacuum straight. Go ahead and get a flathead. So I ran it. All this is gonna get tucked nice and neatly. Right now it's just kind of one step after the next. But I want y'all to hear this motor and how it sounds now. If I was to say I wasn't impressed, I'd be lying to myself. It sound pretty much like a LS, what it's supposed to sound like. Maybe even a little better, you tell me. Got the fuel pump doing its thing. Got my Holley terminator right here. I gotta adjust the fuel pressure regulator to 60 PSI. It's not far off right now, but I want it right. Let it prime. Let's see. Golly. Yes. We at 67 PSI. That sounded crazy. We're going to back off of it. See if that gets us to 60. Might start up this time. All right, at 61 PSI, we're gonna back off just a little bit more and we'll be right at 60 PSI. So I'm running just a stock GM LS injectors. They're EV1 injectors, but they're nothing crazy because we ain't boosted yet. Not yet. Still at 61. I think that'd be good enough. Pretty close. So we're running pretty lean right now, but you hear how it sounds? Pretty dang good. I'm gonna give it a little more fuel. That way we're not running as lean. I don't wanna mess up too much in the fuel tables right now because once it's warmed up, I don't want it to be all screwed up. So this is not like, I didn't make a tune for this yet. This is literally first time y'all seeing it in person right now, getting done all together. Let's switch on the car. I'm wondering why I can't connect to the Holley because the car ain't switched on. There we go. All right, y'all. Adjusted the RPMs a little bit just to get it to auto lower. We'll see how she do. See how she sound. The RPMs is pretty low. It's at like 700 something. Yeah, it's turned down too low for this.